little buds, and welcome back to Sativa Sequoia ASMR, a show where I talk about really whatever the fuck I want, and yeah, I do so in a soft-spoken manner. This is the style of ASMR that I enjoy the best. It's just people talking in a soft-spoken, almost NPR-like quality. So yeah, here I am, and today I am here to talk to you about this lovely piece of gear. This is my IEMs slash playback rig. I know it looks like an ice skating bag. That's because it's inside of an ice skating bag. Okay, so I'm going to take you through each element of this system, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it and why you want this as opposed to something else, or if you do want something else, what you should get. Okay, so we're going to start off with the bag itself. The bag itself. It is a Zuka bag. Now, if you haven't heard of Zuka bags, you're not alone. It's kind of a slightly niche item. I believe they were originally designed for sports use. So like this one obviously is a ice skating bag. They're basically designed so that you can sit on top of them if you're in like a sporting context and keep a pair of ice skates inside. So they're not much bigger than that, but that's big enough to hold quite a lot. Okay, let's hop in. So the first thing you'll notice when we go to open the bag is that I have the zippers down here at the corner. That's because I'm not sure if you can see it, but there we go. I actually have some wires running out at the bottom here. The bag is great because it has two zippers, so you can actually decide where it closes. So anyway, let's open up the bag. Inside we've got, a whole bunch of stuff. Let's start with the pockets. So over here I have, this is where I just bundle up the AC power wire. This just goes in here. And then in here I have some essentials. A lighter, a USB thumb drive. This is great because the board that I have in here actually is able to record stereo files. So if I want to take like a board out of my entire show, I can do that using this. I have one of these. This is like a XLR to 1/4-inch converter. They call this the bullet style, obviously, for certain reasons. Looks like I got another couple of those in here. I have another lighter just in case. I have another slightly different style of these. This one's from D'Addario. This one's the non-bullet style. It's more like a bullet casing, I guess. And then I have just some guitar picks and a couple different guitar picks. Looks like I've got a Dunlop. Looks like I've got a Torex by Dunlop. These are nice. Looks like I've got just a generic sort of celluloid one. And of course I have a little 1/8-inch to 1/4-inch stereo converter because those, like, you never know when you're gonna need one. And it's good to be prepared. Then down in here, I think I just have some extra wires. Looks like I got just a couple extra wires. This is a charging cable for a wireless unit. It's just a dual USB-C to USB-A, so I keep that in there. And then this is, again, for my wireless unit. If I want to connect my guitar to it, then I just plug the XLR wireless transmitter in here and plug the other end into my guitar. But anyway, yeah, I keep these in here just because I often find myself reaching for them. And I can only keep a few cables in these little pockets, so I just keep a few. Then we get to the sort of main event, the meat and potatoes of this video, which is what's inside here. So we've got, first of all, I'm going to go with this guy right here. This guy is a wireless mic, actually. And the antenna is a little bent, so it's a little unhappy. But this is like, I think, a UHF wireless mic. It's from Gem Sound. I have it in there backwards just for ergonomics of fitting it in there, and so I can extend the antenna out when I'm performing. This is great because it has like no latency. I have another wireless unit that I'm going to show you guys in a second. At least I think I will if I left it in here. Maybe I didn't leave it in here. Maybe it's in my other bag. We'll get to it anyway, though. Anyway, this has like no latency, which is sort of really important when you're making music. Is that you don't have a delay, a delay, a delay, a delay, a delay, a delay. It's no good. We're not doing ASMR godlike style. We are not ASMR Addy, I don't know. I think it's Addy, ASMR Addy, that guy. I watched his videos. Must have been 5 or 6, 7, 8 years ago, and he's still doing it, which is so awesome. Really excellent at what he does. I think he's a Polish creator, but I could be wrong about that. Don't sue me. Anyway, back to what we got in here. Wireless mic, really useful. I'll show you the unit later. And then next up, we have a USB power thing. This guy is actually not connected to anything on mains power right now because I had to steal the power cable to run my ring light, but it'll be back in business soon. Anyway, here I have a bunch of USBs going out, and then I run it up here. This actually has like a little Velcro thing that you can take the zipper and just run wires underneath, which is super convenient if you're using one of these bags for this purpose. So let's see what all do I have in here? I don't even remember. Looks like I got a Lightning for the semi-old Apple products. I got a 32 pin for the truly old Apple products. I got a USB-C, contemporary Android, and like everything else. And then I got, I guess this is micro USB. Some wireless stuff that I have uses these to charge, and I think actually my old Android device that I'm using for playback here uses this to charge. Man, these suck. This is just the worst USB, in my opinion. Sound off in the comments what you think the worst USB is. I think the worst one is micro USB or mini USB, whichever one that is, the little trapezoidal one with a plate in the middle. Hate that one. And then my favorite is actually USB-B because it's sort of chonky and is used on a lot of audio interfaces, so I have sort of pleasant memories of it. I like USB-B. She's thick. Anyway, yeah, we have this running out to here. Another thing I have on here is actually this combo stand / light. So this is not lit up right now, but this is a little USB LED light controlled by a little guy down here. And then when I'm playing back, often I'll just have it right here so I can see everything going on inside of my case if I need to swap out wires really quickly. That's what that's for. And then this over here, I use to hold the Android phone that I'm using for playback when I am playing back. I'll go next up in here. I've got this power adapter, a power strip rather. And I use that to power all these devices. And then way back in here, you kind of can't see it, but I have a wireless router. Now this one is really important because this is a wireless board, meaning that it doesn't have any faders on it. It's all app controlled. So while this does have a wireless router built into it, it is functionally not functional. It is such a bad wireless router that is on board here that it drops all the time. It essentially makes the device unusable. So you have to plug in an external wireless router to use this board in any kind of professional context. And even if you have your device right next to it, it will drop all the time. I don't know why they released it with such a bad router, but it's perfectly functional if you just buy an additional $50 router to go with this board. Now, this board is really the main event. This is a Behringer X Air series board. I think this is an XR12. Yeah, an XR12. And this basically can do anything that a mixing board can do and more. It has built-in effects, reverb, compression, de-essing, all the standard ones. I don't think it has pitch correction, but gearheads out there, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that one. This is basically the little sister of the Behringer X32 units. I own one of those as well. I use that for my main band, but this is my rig that I use for like my smaller bands, my duo projects, my busking projects. This is what I use. So anyway, I only have 2 ins going in right now. This is my wireless mic that I have hooked up all the time, and then I have the internet right here. I'm not going to boot this up because it's not terribly interesting. I'm not going to perform for you because it's an ASMR channel, you know. But basically, you turn it on, You wait about a minute for the Wi-Fi to come up. Then you plug this in here because it doesn't always recognize it at first. And then you get, where did I put it? Get an iPad. You get an iPad Diva, an iPad Deary. And then you boot up the app, and then you can see all the faders. You can assign effects. You can assign outs and routing. Stuff like that. That's about all that I have in here. Oh, one more thing. I do have some, like, I guess you would call it like particle board, or like really thin particle board. I'm not exactly sure what the like name of the material is, but it's like a really thin, like reconstituted wood product, and you can sort of break it almost like it's cardboard. So anyway, I have a few pieces of those in there, backed by just some foam, so that there's a little bit of give, protecting the sensitive electronics from any outside interference. I've got a hard one right here. I've got another piece of foam in here over on the other pocket. I mostly don't use the pockets on the Zuka. This one I keep empty because it's a little hard to maneuver things in and out. And this one over here, I just have a piece of foam in. Oh, one more note. I do have an air tag in here. An air tag, lovely. I have a bunch of air tags. I have one on my keys, on my wallet, one on my car, and one on my very expensive audio equipment, because if someone swipes this, I want to know where it is. Okay, Diva? Yeah, I also have this little bag that I carry with me. And this is where I keep like all my spare wires, all my microphones. Looks like this on the inside. Oh, most interesting. This is actually a multi-track recorder, battery-powered multi-track recorder that I carry with me. I have some cheap microphones. Yeah, I have just some other odds and ends of gear in here that I use, but this stuff is not really the super interesting stuff. It's just stuff I need to do gigs, you know? If you guys are interested at all, I can go through like a more complete like startup, breakdown, teardown setup, full gear list, all that stuff, if you guys are interested. But yeah, this is the basic setup. It's a router, a board, and a wireless mic. And then I connect this to either a small Bluetooth speaker or an amp, or I just run into house sound using a low-budget split snake solution, which is just a bunch of XLR splitters held together by some twist ties. Yeah, I hope you guys found this interesting, or at the very least relaxing. I want you guys to know I haven't forgotten about you, my little buds. I'm just fucking busy, okay? I'm in like several bands. I run a small record label. I have a job outside of that as well. I'm teaching voice now, which is really lovely. But yeah, a bitch is busy, so I don't really always have time to like talk quietly into a microphone for 20 minutes at a time. But hey, today she did 13 minutes and 21 seconds, Diva. That's not so bad, okay? So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. This channel has not been abandoned. I'm just slowing down my output a lot because I want to ensure quality, you know? And also, like, I'm just busy. I'm just busy. It is what it is. Love you guys.